Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
We're talking about a fascination with the last days. Sometimes you can have a healthy fascination, other times it's an unhealthy fascination. Kameel, what to you is the nature of the last days?
Neil, the last days is often viewed simplistically and with a lot of dread. It's viewed as a time of doom and gloom and darkness. That's not really the full nature of the last days. There's a couple of key terms I want to throw out for our listeners. First of all, the last days is a time of contrast rather than all doom, all gloom, all darkness. How I see it comes out of Isaiah 60 verses 1 and 2. Basically, the dark will get darker. The unrighteous will become more unrighteous. The unholy will become more so, amplified manyfold. At the same time, the righteous and the holy will become more so, and the light will become brighter. Again from Isaiah 60, gross darkness will cover the earth, but arise, shine, for your light has come. Last days will be noted, among other things, for great falling away in the church, but at the same time, the greatest revival we've ever seen, all side by side. So therefore, that's one thing. The last days is a time of contrast.
So there is an obvious sense that you can see the way that the scenario might work out in the last days by seeing that darkness get darker. And then there's a challenge for us, of course, to be the light of the world and get brighter.
There is a great challenge, and of course it's easier to succumb to the darkness, basically to follow the crowd. We all feel safe in a crowd. We all feel part of something with all the crowd. But the problem with following the crowd and the darkness is that the crowd is wrong. I mean, it's so wrong that Jesus himself tells us, enter in through the narrow gate, because wide is the way and broad is the path that leads to destruction. And many, many there be that go therein. Remember, it's the crowd that wanted Barabbas, who's a murderer, a seditionist, a robber. They wanted this kind of guy rather than Jesus of Nazareth. We don't want to follow the crowd here. They're heading into greater darkness. We want to follow the cloud. We need to be courageous, intentional, decisive, and walk in the light. So yes, there is a challenge for us, but I'll tell you, God will not just smile on us, he will shine on us if we do.
What encouragement do we receive then as Christian believers when we come to those passages in the Bible, like the book of Revelation and those Old Testament books like Daniel? What sort of encouragement does that give us when we talk about being in the last days and not being fearful of it?
Great question, Neil. My recommendation to all our listeners, take the Bible as a whole. See the big picture. For example, book of Revelation. There's 2 chapters in it in particular that are in isolation very terrifying. One is chapter 9 with the locusts riding through. I mean, they're demons, really. And chapter 13, which is about the advent of Antichrist, or his coming into his full flower. Not very comforting at all. However, Revelation should never be taken in isolated chunks. It should be taken as a whole, because it tells us that God is going to bless you if you will read and hear the words of this book. That's in chapter 1, verse 3. Read and hear the words. That means all the words, not just the nice, glorious words, but even the ones that aren't so nice. It is a package deal, not a la carte cafeteria style. We need to see the whole picture. That's one thing. The second thing we need to understand is that all of this scenario you read about last days is leading to a glorious conclusion, and that is to the coming of Jesus. And I realize that coming of Jesus is not preached a lot, but it doesn't negate the fact he is coming soon.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. Find articles, videos and podcasts from Dr. Kameel plus today's and other episodes of Faith in the Future in the Vision app or at vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.